Absolute Radio is where you can hear Prince, Mumford and Sons,
I will wait for you,
and The Killers.
Can you read my mind?
Absolute Radio
Where real music matters.
Absolute Radio
is
the home of rock and roll football. Barclays Premier League football commentary every Saturday afternoon.
Enough for anatomicals, though. Listen to them. They can smell your fear. Well, mind you, so can I. Fine advert you are for the brand.
Manatomicals, the new male grooming range. Available at larger boots and manatomicals.com.
Dear New Look Facebook, up yours!
Who the hell is Ben Jones?
Iain Lee. It's about love and life. And live radio wrestling matches. Iain Lee on Absolute Radio.
God loves you. For some reason, God Loves You is trending on Twitter. It's a nice thought. It's a nice thought, isn't it, Eloise?
It's nice that someone loves you.
It's nice that someone, not, you know, when I wish I had the faith of a Christian or a Muslim.
I do too, actually.
It'd be good,
think
wouldn't
it would
it?
be a nice.
Of course, it'd be a great thing. Wouldn't it be a great thing, right? And I don't know the basic ethos of all the religions, but, you know, I would imagine that the main thing is that when you die, you go somewhere better. You're forgiven for all the bad things you do.
Constantly supported, and you know you're loved. Yes,
that's not bad, is it?
That's so nice. Maybe we should just create something like that.
You're saying let's create our own religion? Yeah, that won't get us into trouble, will it?
No, I mean replicate that within our day-to-day lives with our people around us.
How?
If you do that to others, support them and love them,
Yeah.
then maybe they'll feel like you're there.
But we could only do it because we are humans. Conditionally, God's love is unconditional, completely unconditional. Even if my son, if my son did a murder, that'd be mad because he's only a baby. But I was talking about this to my wife. I was saying, what if Astro Boy did a murder? Would you still love him? And she said, as a mother, yes, she would. I would have questions. If it was like a random attack on a bus, then I don't know if I would.
Yeah.
But God would still love him if my son did a random murder on a bus.
Because he would try and show him the error of his ways.
Well, he would hope that he would pick up the error of his ways, but his love is unconditional. There are no conditions to his love. And even the love for my son, there are a few conditions attached to it. One of those conditions is don't do a random murder on a bus. The second condition is if you go on my huge 42-inch screen TV with felt tip pen again, you're in big trouble, young man. Felt tip pen. Can't get that off.
I wonder if a small child has ever inadvertently murdered someone, though.
Well, it will be manslaughter, but yes, I suspect they have done. A child must have killed someone inadvertently.
I mean, like, really little.
Like 6 months?
Yeah.
Well, I suppose a child could have tripped over an old lady who then broke her neck.
Maybe.
It must have happened. If you've been murdered by a child, 0330 1 2 3 12 15. But I do envy not the Christians so much. Because, you know, well, no, I envy all of those guys.
Why don't you try and find one that you can get hold of?
Buddhism is the closest, but then you've still got to believe in a load of nonsense. That's the problem with all of them. The Sikhs and and Islam and Christianity and all of those things. There's a lot of nonsense that goes with the good stuff. It's like 25% good stuff. You know, be nice to your neighbour, you know, look after, don't kill people randomly on buses or old people downstairs. But then you've got like 85%, 75% just utter nonsense.
Yeah.
I would love it. And wouldn't it be great? And I've been to church. We had to go to church when we got married, and I've kind of been to church a couple of times since, for whatever reason. And it's quite nice sitting in the church with a load of people. But I kind of think, I wish I believed in what you all believed in, because there's a sense of community there.
The ones that I think sound tremendously fun are the ones where, what is it when they're all, it's really upbeat singing, it's not the carols, I mean not carols, it's not the hymns.
It's
And they're all dance. What type of church is that? Methodist?
No, yeah, Methodist.
Oh, I like the sound of that when everyone's singing and
The Sunday
clapping.
Sunday school I went to was all happy clappy.
Oh, I like the sound
God's
of that.
not dead. No, he's alive. God's not dead. No. And we were like 7 years old, and so you had to say no as loud as you could. So imagine being 7 and there's a song where you get to shout the word no.
Brilliant.
Really loudly. And then I remember I got told off once. I'm going to use a swear word here. So bear with me. I remember I was like 7 years old. It was Wednesday Club. We went to Wednesday Club and Sunday school. Oh, my God. And I remember I had an Elvis record at home. I don't know why. And this girl came up. I remember saying, you know when you're like kids, you say stuff. I remember saying to this girl, I've got an Elvis record. And she went, I've got 2 Elvis records. And I went, piss off. I was 7. I apologise for that. It's a category C. But I was 7. I remember thinking really proud. And I went home and told my mum, and she gave me a walnut round the head.
Oh.
Don't say that! Picked it up from her. The bad language comes from my mother entirely. But yeah, the Sunday school and the Wednesday Club, jeez, was all very, very happy clappy. And I used to know all of the books of the New Testament in order. Used to have competitions where you'd get up and recite the books of the New Corinthians, 1 Corinthians 2. I used to be able to do all of that.
Wow.
It's mad, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really weird. And then I got to like 10 and I thought, why are they talking about Jesus all the time?
I remember once I was staying with a family and they made me go to Sunday school, and my mum got really angry because she was like, felt like they were forcing it upon me. I didn't have to go to any of that stuff.
It's weird, isn't it? Anyway, if you want to try and convert me to one of your crazy religions, kids, then I've got a sore throat today, and you know when you get the tingle at the back?
Mm.
It's I've got the tingle at the back of the throat. It's because I kissed my wife, and she's had a cold for a cough for about 6 weeks. It's a hacking cough, and I've managed to avoid it. And then I saw her today. I've not seen her since the weekend, so I gave her. We had a little, little bit of what I believe is called a French kiss. Tongues were involved, and then literally minutes later, I felt the tingle in the back of my throat. I thought, man alive!
Like, it can't happen that quick.
Yeah, it can, of course it can. Those germs have been waiting for me. They've been watching me going, we want him.
They've been incubated.
Helena Bonham Carter.
I love her.
I don't really know who she is.
What?
And her husband.
What's
Not Tim
his
Rice.
face?
Not Tim Roth. Is it a Tim someone?
Yeah. What's his name?
Burton.
Yes.
They live in separate houses next door to each other.
Do they?
Yeah, they do. And they're next door to each other. I was only reading a bit of the story. I didn't quite get it. And the houses are separate. They're detached. And they're building a walkway between 2 houses. So basically, she'll go round his house, right, and watch one of his, slightly pretentious, crappy films, right, and they'll have a fumble, bit of a French kiss,
Yeah.
and then they may even have a bunk up. I don't know. But then she says, "All right, Burton, I'm off. All right, Bonham Carter, see you tomorrow." Nice one. She goes back to her house, or he goes round to her house. She cooks up a nice meal, maybe some spaghetti bolognese. I don't know.
In depth their relationship.
I'm kind of filling in a bit of the blanks myself, but he has a nice meal. They have dessert. I don't know, maybe a Viennetta, because they've got money, and then they might have a bunk up. I don't know. Twice in consecutive nights is incredible, but they might, and then they'll go, all right, Bonham Carter, I'm going to go to number 44. I'm going to leave 46 and go to 44. And she'll go, all right, Burton, well, maybe see you tomorrow. Okay. We'll watch Doctors together at 1:45. That to me is the perfect relationship.
That does sound brilliant.
Wonderful.
Their own space, their own style.
Yeah.
In each house.
I would love it. I
bet that's the success to their marriage.
Yeah. Because I always thought couples that slept in different beds were odd. I always thought that was a bit strange. But having experienced it, because when I go and stay, we're kind of in separate houses at the moment, and when I go and stay at my mother-in-law's house, I sleep in my wife's room that was her bedroom when she was a teenager, and there's 2 single beds. You can't fit 2 people in a single bed like that. So we sleep in separate beds. It's awesome. It's like being roommates, and you go, "Psst, are you asleep yet?" I was just falling asleep. You woke me up. Oh, all right. Are you asleep yet? And you do all that, and it's brilliant. So maybe this is the way forward for couples.
I thought you were going to say that you just got loads of room and you got to stretch out. And
we don't get to stretch out in these beds. And I'll tell you why. And bed manufacturers, if you are listening to us, and I know that we get a lot of bed makers listening to us, it came up in the latest radar. Our bed manufacturer listenership has shot up by 125%.
Huge, yeah.
Amazing. When you make beds, one tip from someone who's a little bit taller than average but not freakishly tall, at the end of the bed, don't have a raised wooden bit. What the hell is what is
Even
the
I
point
don't
of
fit
that?
in those beds.
So you've got to either go on an angle so your feet are dangling over the edge, scrunch up, or have your feet hanging over the wooden bit at the end, which will cause deep vein thrombosis. I wouldn't be surprised. I have no evidence to support that theory, but it's so uncomfortable. And in hotels, they do it quite often. You just think, for crying out loud. Beds... is there a conspiracy by tiny people that they've taken over the world of bed manufacturing just so that they can annoy me? That's what it feels like.
Probably. Probs.
0330 123 1215. So we're carrying all the topics from the last few nights. Are you proud to be British? Question mark. The most expensive bit of vinyl you've bought. Ever annoyed your wife for a joke? Jobs that you'd started that you wish you hadn't. Spent 2 hours today digging a root up.
That is
perseverance. Now you know what it means.
Yeah.
Had an axe. A friend bought an axe round, man. We were going crazy in the front garden with an axe.
I bet that was fun, though.
I've never used an axe before, and this was a sharp axe. It was awesome.
Why did he have an axe? I can't really imagine why people have them.
He's an ex-murderer.
Right.
And then
Child murderer on a bus.
Yes, and then I was going to use a chainsaw, but then the chain came off the saw.
What? How does that happen? What were you doing with it?
Well, I just turned it on. It went, and it just fell off. I think it needed a bit of oil on it.
Chainsaw for a root. What kind
No,
of
the
root?
chainsaw is to cut a couple of other things down. The root was too deep for the root was a yucca. It was only a yucca root. It was massive.
Oh.
Realise we're going off on a bit of a tangent here that people may find dull. Religion, we've done which is the best religion. I think Christianity won when we did that. But if you can convert me and Eloise, I would love it. I would love to be part of that fellowship and that, you know, I've got no friends. I've moved into a new town. I'm a bit lonely. Not got very good fashion sense. I can't really mingle. I'll go to church. Perfect.
It's a good way to meet people.
It's a great way to meet people. And then you have a cup of tea at the end of it, and you
Yeah, free.
Yeah, and I'm not being funny. Some of those Christians, they're quite hot these days. Back in my day, you know, some of them are quite hot. Seriously. You ever thought of picking up someone in church? It's a great place to pick someone up, I bet.
I don't know how far it would get you, though.
Well, how far would you want to go? It'll get you to heaven.
Well...
Can't go any further than that.
What I mean is...
Sex.
Yeah.
You'd have to get married, but...
I don't think it's a very good idea.
I don't agree with it. Do even Christians believe in sex, no sex before marriage now?
No, I'm not the best person to ask.
What with you being a virgin and an atheist? Those two things combined. 0330 123 1215 is the phone number. I'm losing my voice. I'm not losing my voice. Shut up. I'm getting a sore throat. I know by the end of the evening it's going to be a struggle to speak to you. So phone up now. Make the most of me while you still got me, all right, kids?
Important text you ever send. You will be billed £5 plus one standard rate text message per donation. To stop further communications, include no info in your text.
Yeah, whatever. Eloise is nice, isn't she? She's going to make me a cup of tea, and that's because she's a wonderful human being. I wonder if you can help. I've been watching a lot of Curb Your Enthusiasm, the excellent Larry David series, over the past 2 days. I've watched 8 episodes of Season 8. And yes, I have relented, and I've stopped saying series. I now say season. And the jackets he wears. Does anybody know where he gets those jackets from? Because I love them, and I would look good in those jackets. I would look really good. So if anybody knows, could you let me know? Because I really want one. I just haven't got a clue. I'm looking at jackets online, and these aren't the right jackets. For God's sakes. Who's been here the longest? We've got Shuggy, we've got Asher, we've got Christian. Let's go to Dan. Hello, Dan.
Hi, Ian. Hi, Eloise.
She's going to make me a cup of tea, but she's listening.
Oh, okay.
Or maybe when she goes upstairs, maybe she tunes the radio to Capital. Maybe she hates this show. It's possible.
Or Talk Sport.
Or Talk Sport, the sports bar that's on now. She won't be listening to that rubbish.
No, absolutely.
They've also, even the Talk Sport listeners have switched off. There's too much sport and not enough talk. They've come over here. Ian Collins leaving Talk Sport was the best thing he could have done for me. And Mr. Collins, thank you, sir. Thank you. Yeah. Anyway, what can I do for you?
I've got a story about not being in a situation where I really need to go for a poo and not being able to wipe my bum.
Okay, well, for someone who's just tuned in, for literally in the last 30 seconds and never heard this show before, they'll be confused. But I know what you're talking about. Let's have it, big fella.
Okay, I'm having a picnic.
Yep.
I'm in a forest. I suddenly I've had sort of a bit of a dodgy pin here. I feel like I need to go to the toilet.
Yep, of course.
Bit of an awkward situation. I don't really want to. I don't know what I'm going to wipe my bum with.
Yep, okay, yep.
So I spot a jar of pickled onions.
Oh, what?
Homemade pickled onions.
Oh, homemade pickled onions.
You know, like the jar with like the little hanky on the top with the elastic band.
I do. Yes, I do. Yeah. Hang on a minute. Was there actual pickle juice in this?
Yeah, there's pickles and pickled juice.
Okay. Yeah.
But desperate measures. So what I did is I emptied the jar of pickled onions. I pooed in the jar, and then I wiped my bum with a little.
You pooed in the jar. Why would you poo in a jar?
In case someone walked in my poo.
Exactly. That's very, very Isn't there? There's a Thin Lizzy song, "Poo in the Jar," I think. Well, that's very thoughtful of you.
Yeah, and then I hid it in like a tree trunk, so no one could find it, like a little geocache or something.
You know, in like 1,000 years time, like the equivalent then of Time Team are going to be digging underground and they're going to find a tree root and they're going to open it up and they'll see a jar and they'll go, I wonder what's in this jar, and they'll open it and your poo will be in there.
I hope not for their sake.
Was it a bad one?
It was a bad one, yeah.
Dan, thanks very much for that. Well, there you go. You wouldn't get that on the sports bar on Talk Sport, would you? I'm looking at jackets online at House of Fraser. I can never go back there after the way I behaved in there the other week. I couldn't. Or could I? Christian!
Hello.
Hello, Christian.
How you doing?
You don't care. What can I do for you?
Oh, you're probably right. Basically, I'm in hospital. I'm on a high dependency ward, and I'm a bit bored.
What does high dependency mean? Does that mean, you're...
I don't know, really. It means after surgery, they put you in a room where people can watch you more closely.
OK, so are you saying that there's a chance you might not make it through the end of the show?
No, I'm not going to die.
OK.
I can see my heart stuff and all that, and I'm fine.
I'm glad you can see your heart stuff. That's good. Good
my
news.
My heart's a bit fast because I'm on the radio.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. My heart's beating fast because I've taken a lot of drugs.
Oh.
Ah.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, good lad. Good lad.
Yeah.
Yours is medical strength.
Yeah. I wouldn't know my dead ring, but I just kind of thought, well...
Why the hell not?
I don't feel nervous or anything. Yeah.
You've not had to call using those terrible, terrible phones they have by the side of hospital beds that charge you something like 89 pence a minute, have you?
No, I snuck in my mobile.
Oh, well, this is the thing, because it's now been proven, I think, that mobiles don't have any ill effects on, like, machines in hospitals.
Yes, it has, yeah. Except for one type of machine, I've heard.
But
I don't know what that machine is.
Oh, crikey. Maybe we should... But doctors and nurses, they still don't want you to use your phones, because they don't want, you ordering pizza and stuff. So they still go around telling people that you're not allowed to use them.
I've been in there about a month, and I've ordered, because I can't eat hospital food, I've ordered food every day.
And do they deliver it? Do they deliver it to the ward?
Yeah, there's a man who really likes me now. Chuck stuff in as well. Good.
Hey, I went to one of those coffee establishments today, right, where you have a loyalty card, and they stamp the card when you buy a thing, and when you get like 10 stamps, you get free coffee, right? Mm-hmm. And it was a young gay boy. And I was and I thought, I'm in with a chance here. I was flirting with him, right? And I was being funny. I wasn't, angling for sex. But I was being funny and I was being a bit cheeky. Thank you, Eloise. Look at that. That's very kind of you. And was kind of joking about how this place wasn't as good as the other coffee. And I was being very, very funny.
Banter.
Exactly. Bit of banter. Yeah. And then I gave him the card. I said, go on and whack a few more on there. He put 6 stamps on there for 1 coffee.
That's brilliant.
I'm 2 stamps away from a free coffee already.
I'm quite bad. I go up to them when I've got my stamp.
Yeah.
I go up to a different member of staff and say, I'm sorry, you forgot to stamp my card.
Oh.
Get somebody else to stamp it.
Oh, really?
I don't know. I've done that when I've been a student, yeah, just to get food quicker.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it's quite a good idea.
It is good. I don't know if I could have the balls to do that.
I don't know if I could do it now, but I used to do it when I was skint.
Christian, anything else? Did you get to your point at all? I can't remember what we've talked about.
No, just a quick question.
Yes.
I've been really bored, and I'm a podcast person, so I don't know what you're talking about, but
rubbish.
A couple of weeks ago, probably now,
yes.
You said that you listened to all the Down the Lines, and I've got series 1 and 2 and 3, and I've been looking everywhere for ages trying to get series 4, and I just wondered how you listened to it.
Do you know BitTorrents?
Oh, is it one of that, like a download thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
We should get. I know Rhys Thomas, who does Down the Line.
Yeah.
And I found I was listening to it literally. I listened to all 4 series of Down the Line. If you've never heard it, it's brilliant. They kind of
really good.
ripped some of my stuff off, but it's brilliant.
Yeah.
I listened to all 4 series in about a week, so I was obsessed with this thing. And I thought, I used to know Rhys Thomas. I wonder if I got his phone number. And it turns out I did. And I texted him. I should get him on the show. We should get him on the show one night. He said he'd come on, but then he might have been saying that just to be polite.
Well, I think he owes it to you for using some of your stuff.
He does actually. Oh, well, Christian, we'll get him on the show.
Yeah, that'll be good, man.
So are you going to listen to this in a podcast?
I'll be listening. I'm about a week and a half behind. So I might not even remember this.
Do you want to leave a message for yourself in the future?
Yeah.
Go on.
Get off your ass and get your leg going.
Regrets collect.
Wise words indeed. Thank you, Christian.
Here to relive your
Sad news about R.E.M. splitting. I didn't know that was on the cards. We're going to miss them, so let's have a little tribute to them. Here's the Stranglers. I've just noticed this song. It's got a weird little... Listen to the keyboard bit echoing the bass line. It's ridiculous. It's like really faint. They're strange, the Stranglers, aren't they? And Eloise and I both at the same time went, does this song have the word clitoris in? I think it... Oh, well, am I allowed to say that on the radio?
Yes, it's medical.
It's medical. It's Latin. It's Latin. Oh, 3301 23 12 15 is the phone number. We're talking religion. We're talking race. We're talking being British. We're talking loads of stuff. Shuggy Bar. Hello?
Hello?
Shuggy?
Hi.
Yes, I've not said the word... My uncle, you just call my Uncle Huey Shuggy and not said that for a
long
time.
I dropped my phone there.
There you go. These things happen, don't worry. Could you turn your radio off, Shuggy? I think that's maybe...
Yeah, I'll just switch it down a bit, yeah.
Well, no, don't switch it down, turn it off.
Switch it off, yes, off.
Good lad. And then speak to me.
It was what you were talking about earlier on about different religions. I don't know if you tried to look up. Have you ever heard of the flying spaghetti monster?
Yeah.
That's the religion to follow.
Well, didn't you phone me up and tell me this or something? Someone's phoned me up and told me about this.
So I phoned up earlier on, but that's why I've been hanging on to try and get on and tell the world about it.
Okay, well, someone came on a couple of weeks ago and told us about it. So
do you know about it? Yeah, so there's more than one of us.
Well, yeah, so tell us about... Go on, remind me.
Oh, it was, excuse me, school in Kansas.
Are you eating crisps?
No. School in Kansas.
What are you eating then, Shuggy?
Not eating anything, mate. I'm just kind of chilling out.
But you swallowed something then?
I know. I was just a wee bit of wind. That was all.
Good lad. Okay, go on.
No, it was a school in Kansas was trying to teach creationism as a science. And some philosophical students get really hacked off with that. Says you need to teach creationism. You must teach about the flying spaghetti monster that lives in the sky. You can't prove he exists.
The thing I don't listen, and I'm not a creationist at all. I kind of go along with the theory of evolution and all of that. But we don't. It is a theory of evolution, isn't it? It's not fact.
That's true. But I've been reading what Richard Dawkins about. At the end of the day, it's a theory of the flying spaghetti monster. Now, heaven. For example, this is how they make it ridiculous. Heaven's got a beer factory and a beer volcano and a stripper factory.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't you want to go there? Hell, apparently exactly the same, except the beer's stale and the strippers have got STDs. But
I can work with that.
If you look it up, they've got a whole website about it. It's called The Gospel of the Flying Spaghetti Monster, and it's just obviously just an esoteric idea, but it's funny. But what I ask you is, if you check the site...
I'm not going to. Shuggy, you've got to admit, though, wouldn't it be nice to be part of a real, breathing, living religion? Wouldn't that be comforting?
No, because I used to be, and I realised it was all just nonsense.
Yeah, but if you didn't realise it was nonsense, if you believed in it, because it takes away some of your responsibility... You're handing a lot of your responsibility over to a higher being.
Yeah, but that's the problem. There is no responsibility to a higher being, so that gives you the excuse to do whatever you want.
Well, it doesn't give you the excuse to do whatever you want. Because if you follow, the rules, then if you follow the rules, then you're pretty nice.
Yeah, but it depends on if you misinterpret the rules, it ends up with planes flying into buildings.
Well,
you know,
okay, well, if we take the Ten Commandments, and I'm not that hot on Islam, I don't think they have the Ten Commandments, but these rules are kind of within Islam as well. You don't kill people, you don't diss your mum and dad, you don't sleep with your next-door neighbour's wife.
The first 4 commandments are... Don't worship anybody else but me. Don't have false gods. The first 4 commandments are all about God.
Yeah, but God is, God is God, right? Everyone ultimately. Listen to this. This is good, man. Everyone ultimately is worshipping the same God.
I heard that, but they call it different names.
They call it different names. The Muslims are worshipping the same God that the Christians worship. There's just a bit of confusion about who Jesus was.
But what everybody's worshipping is a myth that there is someone up in the sky, because the universe is 13 billion years old.
But how do you know that?
You're right. I don't know that.
Then you can't throw that at me. You can't throw that to me as a fact. Then say it's 13 billion years old. You have literally no evidence to support that.
Well, this is true, but I certainly don't believe, for example, there's no way Noah built a boat big enough to have every species on the planet.
But they're just stories that they've used to illustrate a point of the religion.
But why was Noah a story to illustrate a point that Jesus being crucified and coming back to life is absolute truth? You can't pick and choose the Bible. You either believe it all.
Well, you can, because Noah was Noah Old Testament.
Old Testament.
And Jesus coming back to life was New Testament. So Old Testament is like myths and stuff, and New Testament is supposed to be true.
Well, probably the Revelation of St. John. I mean, that was just the Whore of Babylon and the 666 and the whole shebang.
But that's Old Testament, isn't it?
No, that's the last book of the Bible, the Revelation of St. John.
But I don't know. Listen,
I know it's all metaphor about the thing, but look, people genuinely believe that's what's going to happen, and that's what scares me.
Yeah. Shaggy, I could literally have you talk at me for all evening, but that we have no evidence. People say, but carbon dating proves that rocks are like 6 billion years old. Well, but they don't really. They don't.
And also, the other rocks that were maybe older may have disintegrated by now.
Or maybe the carbon dating thing is flawed, and the world is only 3,000 years old.
Yeah, because that's a new invention.
But also, all of the religions they all worship God, don't they, pretty much?
Pardon? All the who do?
Exactly. All the Who worship God, don't they? Apart from Pete Townsend, I think But the religions, they worship the same God. It's just got a different name and maybe looks a bit different.
That's what I understood it to be, and presents itself in different form to different people.
Do you want to? I've been training my little boy.
Yeah. What? To do what?
To do this. Listen to this. This is awesome. This is my little boy. I'm never going to exploit him, apart from this one time. Right? This is my little boy, 20 months old. He's a chip off the old block. Hang on a second. Here we go. Take a second. Here we go. Here he comes.
Monkeys, stones, zones, talk, Mercedes, monkeys.
That's it. He's listed all the members of the Monkeys. He's 20 months old, ladies and gentlemen.
Say that again. I didn't quite catch it.
Oh, he's only a baby, Eloise. For God's sakes. You're a harsh critic. Okay, listen.
Monkeys, stones, zones, talk. Mercedes, monkeys.
That's my boy! That's my boy. If ever. You don't need a DNA test in our family. You just get them to recite the names of the monkeys. Yes, Sam.
Hello.
Yes.
How are you?
You don't care. What do you want?
I have a couple points. Firstly, I need your advice.
Okay, go on.
I was wondering whether I should join in like a debating thing in university or not.
No.
Yeah, that was my point. But like,
complete waste of time. They're ridiculous rules. They don't listen. If you don't play by the rules, then you can't get anywhere. So no, absolute nonsense.
Is that it? That was my thing. Like, if I went in there not playing by the rules, would I just not get anywhere whatsoever?
You wouldn't get anywhere. They wouldn't let you speak. They'd ask you to leave. Now, obviously, there are basic rules to an argument. One is that you listen and you respond to what's being said. But theirs is like playing a bloody game of tennis or bowls or something. And that's not how you have a debate. Nonsense.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Don't bother. Go. If you want to improve your what's the word? Arguing skills. That's it. Go into a pub on a Friday night and get talking to someone next to you. Do that seriously, man. It's much better than going to one of those stupid debating societies.
Well, that's what it is, because I enjoy arguing. It's quite fun. I think I'm quite good at it. But, debating then. No, none of that.
No, don't go to... Barry, would you recommend he join a debating society?
Well, this is what I found out. If we tried him on a debate, he might be very good.
Oh, OK. Well, what would you like to have a debate about?
This house believes that religion is rubbish.
Well, what about all the happiness it causes?
Sam, hang on.
Hold on, dear me.
Yes, Mr. St Michael.
Yeah, he's fallen at the first hurdle. Ian, I believe we've not established who's going to be for or against.
Well, Sam, can I ask, what's your religious background?
I'm pretty much an atheist.
Pretty much an atheist.
Yeah, I mean, I'm open to the concept of religion, but,
OK, then I'd like you to argue for religion. And, Barry, I believe you are are you still Muslim, or have you gone back to being Christian?
I'm not saying nothing. Don't want no fatwa.
I'd like a thin one, though. But with Barry, I would like you to argue that religion is bad, then.
Okie doke. Who goes first? Me, because I'm for the motion.
Barry, your 30 seconds starts now.
Oh, religion. Dear, oh dear. It's what I'll tell you something about religion. It's the major source of woe in the world. If it wasn't for the fact that I'd been visited by all manner of religious iconography, I think it was a wrong thing. And we're nearly there. I'm not the one at university, am I?
Sam, you've got 30 seconds to come back and rail against Barry's argument. Your time starts now.
I think, Barry, the problem you've got there is that the problem isn't with religion. The problem is with hatred and with woe. I think if we actually just cancelled out hatred amongst people, then religion would be all right. It would cause happiness. It would be good, and there would be no problem with religion. Everyone would be happy and lovely and worshipping some God. You're welcome to continue, Barry, but based on your first point, I don't think there's much point.
Is it my turn now?
Well,
you're welcome to continue.
OK, well... OK, that's the first round, and I've got to say, by the rules of debating, Sam, you lost that round because you could barely speak for more than 15 seconds. Barry was talking completely and utter balls, but he carried on talking.
Do you reckon I should have just talked like Barry out of my arse for about...
hold on. You had God on your side and all, and you still lost.
I heard another voice chip in there. Who else is there, please?
Yeah, that's me. There's no one on my side.
It's me. Brenda.
Brenda, yeah. Is that you?
Yeah.
What would you like to have a go?
First of all, are you allowed to say arse?
I thought that was okay.
Arse is okay, anus is okay, bum crack, that's a no-no.
Okay.
Bum crack on your lips, Belinda, is horrific.
I never said that in my whole life.
Go on, say bum crack.
Bum crack.
There we go. Well done. You make me want to puke. You make me want to throw my page out the window because you're... Yes, anyway, Vinny.
Yeah. So what are we talking about then?
We're talking about religion.
What about it?
Well, is it...
Oh, dear.
Oh, hey, Vinny, my missus, Fandango, had an idea for a topic for the show that involved you. Shall I read you this text? Right.
Okay.
That she sent me, and Barry and Sam, don't go. You know.
Have we jettisoned the debate?
It didn't really work. So, she's got an idea. She says, idea for your show: fact Trump. Right.
Yeah.
Steady. I wrote back saying, "Go on." You brackets the listener have to ring up with a fact, and other listeners have to trump that fact. You are the judge, or Vinny.
Okay.
So should we try Sam and Barry? Should we try that?
Let's do it.
What?
Sam, you have
We're
to
stating facts.
Stating facts. I'll do a fact first of all, and then Sam, you've got to try and better my fact, and Vinny will be the judge whether it's better or not. Okay? Right.
Okay.
1 second.
Yes.
1 second.
Yes.
Are the facts related?
And can someone phone me back?
I'll tell you what. Right, Eloise, can we phone Vinny back? And phone Barry back as well, because I think he came straight through.
That's true.
Sam, stay there. We'll play some adverts, and then we'll come back and we'll try this Trump fact.
got it. I'm going to Google some facts.
Oh, no, don't Google. Oh, for
Oh,
goodness.
no, wait, no, I was joking.
Yeah, no.
This is absolute radio.
Sam, Barry, Vinny, stay there. We'll play Fact Trump in a minute.
Let's get this started, girl. We're moving up, it's been a lot to change, but you will always get what you want.
He may be a dick, but he's a dick with knobs on. It's time for Vinny Bingo.
It's not Vinny Bingo. It's just I haven't used that for quite a long time. Sam, are you there?
Yeah.
Barrington, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Verinder, are you there?
Yeah.
OK, so we're going to play Facts Trump, a game that my wife texted to me earlier on and made very little sense to me, but the way it works is this. I come up with a fact. Sam tries to trump that fact. Vinny is the judge as to whether that fact has been trumped. If it is, I'm out. Barry then has to trump Sam's fact. If Barry's fact trumps Sam's fact, then Barry is the winner. If it doesn't, then Sam is the winner.
Okay.
You got that, Verinder, as you are the referee?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And then if it goes to a tiebreaker, we ask if you'd have red or brown sauce in your bacon. No, hang on, that's somebody else. Right. My fact is thus. You know that Tipex, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
That was invented... What?
I know what you're going to say.
Well, I'm going to say it anyway.
Oh, God. All right.
I hope that wasn't your fact.
Can you please not interrupt? Sorry,
referee. Yeah, thank you, referee. That Tipex, yeah, was invented by the mother of Michael Nesmith from the Monkees.
Hold on. I thought it was Mickey Dolenz.
Well, Barry, are you really questioning? Her name was Betty Nesmith, so I'm kind of guessing it was...
It was till she Tipexed it out and put the lens on.
Referee, could you get some kind of order going here, please?
Can I get a point?
Look, yellow card. One more and you off.
Yeah, he's going to...
Okay.
Barry, Vinny's going to bring you off in a minute.
Yeah, or I'm going to send you. I'm going to send you to the sin bin.
He's going to send you to the sin bin and give you detention. Sam, over to you. Can you trump that fact?
Hippos can run as fast as 45 miles an hour.
OK, can I interrupt, please, referee?
Yes.
Did you just get that off the internet, or was that a fact that was already in your brain head?
Literally, I love hippos, man. Well into hippos.
Okay.
That's true.
Fair play.
I think the hippos won it.
Oh, no, he trumped my fact!
Result.
OK, Barry, can you trump Sam's fact?
All right, here we go. June the 6th, 1944, the first man that crossed Pegasus Bridge in Normandy, Ipher Millens. Laugh away!
As Eloise says, it sounds like you're just reading it.
No, I'm standing in the kitchen. I've not even been on the internet. I know that. I know things.
Say it again.
June the 6th, 1944, when the Allies got into Normandy, right?
OK, you did a bit of embellishment out. OK, good work, well done.
The Allies across Pegasus Bridge.
Yes.
The first one was Piper Millen.
OK.
Piper Millen.
I do think you got that from the internet.
OK.
No, Vinny, I didn't get it off the internet. I'm standing here now.
Naked.
Well, that's something that I know things, Vincent. I know things.
All right, okay. All right, I'll let you off. Go on.
You'll let me off? You're going to pull me off or let me off? Which one are you going to do? Make up your mind.
I'm going to let you off.
Okay.
So, go on. Yes, that's... I'm letting you off, so don't interrupt me now.
Oh,
Well, what does that mean, then? I don't understand.
What does that mean? Who's won?
Hippos. It's quite a boring one, isn't it, Barry? Isn't it?
I tell you what. Listen. Listen. Shall we do another? That was a practice round.
All right. Before we go to next round, you think it's boring, do you, saving Europe from the Nazis? That's boring, is it? That's boring, is it, Vinny? The other night, when we had a debate about being British, I sided with you, and now you've thrown it back in my face.
You were worried that you racially offended him. You sent me a few emails asking me to apologise. I told you to get knotted.
Don't you think it's funny though? If the Nazis have won, people will be saying, "If it wasn't
that would
for
be
us."
funny. That would be funny, Vinny. Yeah, that would be hilarious. They should make more comedies based on that premise.
That wouldn't be funny if I understood one word of what you just said. What was it?
Again, back to the racism, Barry.
I'm not being racist because I don't understand, because he can barely speak. That's not racist, that's common sense.
Yeah, I'm not the one with the boring facts.
All right,
it's not a boring fact.
All right, what's the fact? Let me get this right, Barry. What was the fact that a man walked over a bridge?
No, the fact
That's
was
not,
a man...
That's not very interesting, is it?
Hold on.
If it's just that a man walked over a bridge,
all
that's
right.
not very interesting.
All right, we'll have some more callers on and done a bit in a jar, shall we?
I think we're running out of time here, so let's carry on.
All right. Well, who won?
That was the practice round. No one won, okay?
God, all right.
So this time, Sam... Barry, you can go first, then Sam, then me.
Right, okay.
Oh, hang on a minute. The lady wants to play.
I'm afraid you're too late.
Oh.
A lady wants to play Fact Trump? I suggest we let her play. I think she could be well out of her depth here.
Yeah, let's have a listen. Come on, love.
Go on then. Now, I tell you what, Barry, you go first.
Hey, ladies first.
Then we'll have Eloise. Then we'll have Sam. Then we'll have me.
Okay, age before beauty.
I look forward to hearing a fact about ironing, Eloise.
Yes, here we go. In June 1944,
Is it the same
the
fact
Germans...
about a man
No, it's a
walking
different
over
one.
a bridge?
It's a different one.
Have you got your diary open on 1944? Is that where you're getting this from?
I've got nothing open. It's stuff that I know.
You're totally reading this from somewhere.
In June 1944.
Yeah.
Partly the reason why the Germans lost on the storming of the beaches.
Oh, for God's sake!
Was that Rommel had gone home for his wife's birthday? That is true, and anyone will tell you.
Okay.
Okie dokie. Yes. Okay.
So who could beat that then?
I don't like the sardonic nature of your voice, Vinny.
Right, Eloise's go now. Eloise, your fact, please.
I've been waiting for a long time to use this one.
Okay, this is good.
Come on, love.
There is a species of frog called the Pinocchio because when it sings, it inflates its nose and it grows longer.
Oh, sweetheart, you are so lovely. Oh, that lovely. She told a lovely little story about a frog.
And it was only just discovered in 2008 in Indonesia.
Bless you, darling. Bless you. Now, do us all a favour, stick the kettle on, Treacle. There's a good girl.
Yeah, I think Barry won that one.
He read his off the internet.
I didn't so much win it, more the Allies, and that's on behalf of them that I take that award. And let's not forget that.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. Eloise, I'm sorry, Vinny's decision is final. I think he's bitter that he didn't get to cop off with you the other night. On his,
It's his own fault. I went in for a kiss when he left.
He did, actually. Okay, so Sam, you're trying to beat Barry's fact.
Yep. Did you know more people are killed per year by pineapples dropping on their head than shark attacks?
Is that true?
It's a fact. Okay. I think Barry's won that again.
Get in. Get in.
Okay, so it's okay.
What do I win?
Well, no, it's my go. It's my go.
A bit biased.
Oh, it's Ian's go.
It's my go.
Stop breathing, Vinny. It's really noisy.
What
Permanently would be nice. Go on.
What? Can I do my fact?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
Walt Disney, the creator of Mickey Mouse. Right? You heard of Mickey Mouse, Barry?
Are you going to say cryogenically frozen?
No, I'm not.
Oh.
I'm going to say he had musophobia.
What?
Walt Disney had musophobia.
What's that? Okay.
It's. Well, should I finish the fact?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah.
It's the fear of mice. Of mice.
Oh, the echoes up.
All right. Ian's won that one then.
Yay! Your face, Barry!
Mine was animal related.
Yeah, but come on, the frog that's got a big nose when it tells lies. Come on.
Nonsense.
That's brilliant, though. I
So it's
feel like
brilliant.
no frog.
So I've.
Eloise should have won that.
Sam, shut
Yeah.
up! Just stop trying to flirt with her.
Look,
He's doing a better job than Vinny.
yeah, I'm the referee here.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So it's my decision. It's final.
Yeah.
Final.
Oh, God. No.
Anyone else fancy one more round?
Yeah.
One more quick hand of fact bingo.
Okay.
Eloise, would you like to start?
Good way to waste time.
Yeah.
It is a
Okay.
good way to waste time, Verinda. It is.
Yeah.
I'll report back to Fandango that it didn't really work, but it was a good way to waste time.
It was better than the debate, though, wasn't it?
Much better. Much better than the debate.
Yeah.
Currently in Australia, 90% of all koalas have chlamydia.
Well, I don't like language from a lady. If you can't keep a civil tongue in your head. Jesus. God. Sorry about that, listeners.
Vinny, do you know what chlamydia is?
Is it when they have itchy testicles?
It's not that far off. It's not that far off. Okay. So that's the first fact. Sam, your turn.
Did you know 34.7% of statistics are made up on the spot?
Reading.
Can you say that again?
37.4% of statistics are made up on the spot.
He's playing with your mind, Verinda. He's doing a mind trick on you.
What? What do you mean? What?
Don't fall for the mind trick.
I don't understand. What do you mean? What?
Stay with it, Vinny.
Don't be confused. He's trying to hypnotise you with words, Vinny.
No one remembers the statistics.
I think I'm going to go Eloise.
Yes.
What about me?
Well, no. What do you mean? What about you?
Well, I need a fact now, don't I?
I'll do the fact first, okay? I'll do mine.
Okay.
Right? You know that Abraham Lincoln?
Yeah.
You know his mum?
She invented what?
Tippex. No, she died when she drank the milk of a cow that had grazed on poisonous snake root.
Wow.
Yeah, the snake root got into the cow's system, infected the milk, she drank it, and she died. And just a few years after that, John Wilkes Booth shot Abraham Lincoln.
What is snake root?
What? Judging from that wow from Eloise, I think that's she conceded then. So
You did totally concede, Eloise.
No,
thanks.
I-
the wow was a concession. It has to be. You should have kept quiet.
Well, I
Poker
didn't realise
eyes.
that's how it worked. I thought that then
Poker
the two
eyes.
go head to head.
Poker eyes.
So if
should
you were
have-
to win
No.
this, then don't we go head
Well, no,
to
because
head?
I've beaten you. No. Vinny,
Oh,
Vinny, could
I-
you explain the rules to her, please?
Ian's won.
Thank you.
Michael.
Well, we haven't really got time.
Well, no, it's very important, this one. I'm going to...
We're running out of time, really.
Bingo was voted in 1978 the favourite family pastime. It can be seen at the 100 Club on the 6th of October.
for
We're standing
Christ's
from
sakes.
Oxford.
I'm afraid.
October.
I'm afraid that's not a fact, and therefore you are disqualified. And Ian is the winner. He's the champion of.
Thank you.
Bumlick.
You are a bumlick, Vinny, and I'm going to have to cut you off, Vinny, for being a bumlick. I hope that's all right.
Okay.
Okay, good lad. Oh, have I cut you off, Vinny?
Yeah.
Am I still here?
I cut you off, yeah. Barry, I'm going to cut you off for trying to sneak a plug into your show when, of course, everyone will be coming to Set the Agenda Sunday, October the 2nd, to see the Segway Sisters, Josie Long, Matthew Crosby, John Archer, and possibly a top-secret superstar act, although actually that's probably
That's
not
what
happening.
I'm offering. That's what I'm offering. 6th of October.
We might have a live link-up with Merton, the piano guy, live on satellite. So we might be linking to America. So October
I'm doing bingo. I'm doing bingo.
I'm doing iPod roulette.
That is bingo bonanza.
Yeah. Sam, thank you for that.
Thanks. Bye.
Ta-ta. I think something happened there. I'm not quite sure what it was, but there was something.
The radio station you have on at the moment is called
Absolute
Absolute Radio, Mondays to Thursdays, 11 till 1. If you like the show, you can download loads of different podcasts. There's the full show, which is just the talky bit without the music and the adverts and the news. There's the best bits, which is generally like 5 or 10 minutes from the show. Sometimes, though, if we have a guest, it'll be the full unedited interview with them. I did a best bits with Vinny last week, which was very entertaining. There's also the best of Barry. There's Shepherd's Pie videos. You can get all of that on iTunes, IAINLEE. Type that in, or you can go to absoluteradio.co.uk. And if you're listening and you don't really like it, well stick around, because in 31 minutes or thence-abouts, then Polly comes on, and you might like her better. The odds are you will like her better. Her voice is nowhere near as irritating as mine, and she's not such a massive dick. She's a bit of a dick, let's be honest, but I'm a big one. It's fair to say. She's on at 1 o'clock. Let's go to Martin Mann.
Hello.
That's you.
Hey, yeah, that's me. Am I live? Am I talking to a robot?
Who knows?
Who knows, man? I could be a robot, couldn't I?
If only.
If only. I wouldn't have to eat. It'd be much cheaper. My dole would last longer.
I don't think they pay dole money to robots. That's the catch, you see.
No, there's a little change, yeah. If they pay money to robots, you've got kids, and I got 2 robotic kids, see?
Oh, okay, well, there you go.
I have. But I've got a well-interested fact for you, man.
Okay, man, let's hear it.
Let's hear it. Yeah, I'm not on radio now, am I?
Yes, you are.
I am. I've Absolute Radio on. I can't hear you, me?
That's your problem.
Oh, yeah, man, no, I can.
Okay.
Right, okay. Listen, should I tell you what I've got to tell you? You won't believe it, yeah?
Yeah.
On the 21st of this month, on Wednesday, I have got in my flat President Gaddafi and his 2 wives. At the moment, they're eating corned beef sandwiches with coleslaw, yeah? And I've dressed them up with hoodies and all a lot, yeah? So no, I've made him shave and everything. And he's living in my spare room with his 2 wives, yeah? And they're all dressed in night gear, so no one recognises
Shall I tell you why I know that's completely no rubbish?
What?
Corned beef doesn't go with coleslaw, mate.
Okay, corned beef and coleslaw.
Of course you can't, you bloody idiot.
Hey, all right, what do you like? A Branston pickle I'll give him then.
There we go, thank you very much. Howell!
Hello,
We're going to take calls straight to air after this as well, just so you can get ready with your dial fingers, boys and girls. Yes, Howell?
No, I had a fact, an interesting fact, but I'll tell it you anyway. You know that a duck-billed platypus, it lays an egg to produce young, but it's a mammal. It's not whatever they call animals that lay eggs.
Birds.
Do you know why?
What?
Yeah, birds.
Yeah.
Because it suckles its young. I think the definition of a mammal is an animal that suckles its young. So a duck-billed platypus, it lays an egg, hatches the egg, and then it continues to suckle its young.
Well, that's a good fact. That would have done quite well in Fact Trump. Well, we might play Fact Trump again tomorrow. It needs a little bit of refinement, but I shall tell my wife that it went quite successfully.
I know, and I want to teach, when there's a chance, I want to teach Barry to speak Japanese, 3 easy steps. It's a bit of a joke, mildly racist, but only, it's not nasty.
Well, even friendly racism is to be frowned upon, isn't it?
Well, it's only funny. I mean, I wouldn't be offended if a Japanese person made fun of British people, as long as it was done in comedy and good humour.
Well, but people could say that Roy Chubby Brown is only having a bit of fun.
No, well, he's a bit more though.
Well, but it's one man's bit of fun is another man's burning cross.
No, that's true.
I see. Now, I'm not in any way suggesting for a second that you're racist. I do know we have a lot of Japanese people listening to the show, and
really?
In Japan, yes,
Be from a place of love, though, because I know you like Japanese people, and I like Japanese people too. I've had pen pals who were in Japan years ago, back in the days of handwriting and letters, before email.
I wonder if Amy, the show's pen pal, has finished those letters yet. Well,
Yeah. But anyway, that was it. That was my fact.
Hal, thank you for that, brother.
Okay, cheers.
Ta-ta.
Bye.
Blackbirds.
This is a different version, isn't it? I'm sure it is.
Blackbirds singing in the dead of night. Take these broken wings and let me do right.
That's a different version, isn't it? 0430 123 1215. 25 minutes of the show left. Let's take calls straight to air for the rest of this goddamn thing, shall we? Let's go to line 1. 1, you're on the wireless. God's sakes. Why do I even bother coming into work to talk to you idiots? Yes, line 1! That's you! I can't be bothered. Yes, line 2, you're on the wireless.
Good afternoon.
Hello there, madam.
Yesterday, you commented that some people think that I'm brilliant, and there are some people who don't like me.
Some people hate you.
Yeah. Well, the reason for that is that the people who think I'm brilliant are normal and sensible, and they're sort of cultured, intelligent people, and the people who don't like me. They're mostly a tiny minority of insane alien hippopotamuses, and they've come from a small planet in the Andromeda Galaxy. They've come to Earth specifically to destroy civilization and ruin everything. So I think as a precaution, these people should be rounded up and cut in half with a scythe, and they should be poked in the eye with sticks of celery. We should smear treacle in their hair, squirt custard into their ears, and have their toes bitten off by smelly goats. And then they might learn to be reasonable and open-minded and tolerant and sensible like the rest of us normal people. Globule.
Okie dokie, thank you very much. Let's go to line 4. 4, you're on the wireless.
Hello?
Hello, you're on the air.
Oh, hi. I've got a fact.
Okay.
Oranges. Carrots weren't always orange. Up until the 16th century, they used to be purple.
Yeah, I know that. That's because, wasn't it the Duke of Orange or someone Dutch or something wanted them dyed?
Oh, I thought it was a really good fact.
It is a really good fact, but I know pretty much all facts, so don't...
Oh, okay.
Don't, feel bad, but yes, it is a good fact. Thanks very much for the fact. Oh, she was crushed, I'm sorry. Line 3, you're on the wireless.
Did you know 80% of red squirrels live in Northumberland?
I did not know. I did not know that. Suddenly we've turned into a fact show. I don't mind, we can do that for the last 20 minutes of the show if you want.
Absolute Radio.
You're listening to Absolute Radio.
Absolute Radio. Hi, this is Christian O'Connell from The Breakfast Show. Join us this week when I'll be giving away amazing...
Line 1, you're on the wireless.
Hello, who am I talking to?
Who am I talking to?
You're talking to Marlon Khan.
Excellent, Marlon Khan. What can we do for you?
I just had a little bit of an interesting fact for you, mate.
Okay.
Do you want me to tell you about an interesting fact?
Not really, no.
Why?
Well, go on then.
Go on then, I will, because you're interesting facts. I mean that interesting.
Oh, I can't. Line 2, you're on the wireless. Okay. Yeah. Shall we play a record? Oh, here's a call. Let's take this call and then we'll play a record. Line 1, you're on the wireless.
There was one other thing, actually. On Monday night, I said I wiped my bottom with a piece of bread, but I didn't tell you it was seeded.
Certainly was afterwards, anyway. Line 2, you're on the wireless.
Yes. Hello.
Yes. Hello.
Yes. Hello. Ian, you told me that there was no such film as Weekenders, didn't you?
No.
Yes, you did. You Googled it, and you couldn't find the film Weekenders.
Oh, no, I found it, and I said it looked rubbish.
There is a film, mate, and we were in it,
Okay.
and I was in it. My friend Jeff is the star in it, and you said it didn't exist.
And what's your name, sir?
My name?
You're Jeff, aren't you?
No, I'm not Jeff. I'm Gary. I'm a friend of Jeff. I'm fighting his corner.
Okay, so why are you calling from Jeff's phone number?
No, this isn't Jeff's phone number. He phoned from my phone number.
Oh, I see. Line 1, you're on the wireless.
Bible. It stands for
basic instructions before leaving Earth.
Thank you very much. Let's go to line 2. 2, you're on the wireless.
It was actually William of Orange, not Duke of Orange.
Let's have a little breather, shall we? And we'll come back to that. 0330 123 1215. We're getting there.
I'm so happy 'cause today I found.
I love Eloise. She's just emailed down. You did say it existed. I did. I remember finding it and thinking that it looked rubbish. Idiot. Oh, 0330 123 1215. Last 15 minutes of the show before Polly comes on. We'll take calls straight to air. This new Facebook thing where they've tried to copy Twitter with the scrolling text in the right-hand corner. It's really annoying. Really annoying. REM split up. That's weird, isn't it? I mean... Let's go to line 1. Line 1, how do you feel about REM splitting up?
Prince of Orange, climb the ladder. Prince of Orange will die.
Can I just say, line 1, that Marty Funkhauser is in it a lot and he goes bonkers? Okay. Line 2, you're on the wireless.
I'm on.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes.
Hello, yes. I'm just phoning up about the last phone call that was on, about my friend who said his friend was in a music video. And I'd like to vouch that was true. Because...
What was true?
Wait,
hang on a minute. Shut up. The last phone call was not about a music video.
It was about a music video. My friend Gary Cobain was just humiliated because he was on my friend Jeff's phone.
Oh, really? Yeah. It's gone from being a film to being a blooming music video, and also it was about 5 calls ago, you idiot. They're all idiots in a crap film.
Is that one of their mates?
Yeah, they're all round there. Anyway. Line 1, you're on the wireless.
Wilhelm ist Vannas over Benig von Deutschen Blut.
If no one calls in, then he's on for the rest of the show, so it's up to you, dear listener. It's literally no one else on the switchboard. 10 minutes of this, I can dig it, can you? I need a hot lemon and honey, but of course, in my house, I've got no water, let alone lemons
How do you
or
go
honey.
to the toilet with no water?
Well, this morning I did a poo, didn't realise there was no water, so I tried to flush it, impossible.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I know, big uh-oh, big uh-oh.
Nations at thy feet in the bonds of...
Someone's called in, we can go, let's go to line 2, you're on the wireless.
I'm Captain Mauser. Mousy Wowser.
Let's go to line 3. 3, you're on the wireless.
Yeah, I've got a fact for you. Actually, I do like the Dutch national anthem. La 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 la
You're listening to Absolute Radio, the home of the no repeat guarantee.
Love and strength and faith.
Line 2, you're on the wireless.
Ian.
Yes.
I've got a fact for you, and I don't think Vinny will disagree with this one. It'll blow everyone out of the water.
Okay, go on.
Globule John's parents should have used contraception.
Oh, no. That's not nice at all. Let's go to line 5. 5, you're on the wireless.
Ian, I've got a fact for you.
Okay.
Carl Newton-Mann is the youngest murderer in history. He was 6 years old when he killed his friend Cecil Van Hoos, who was 8 years old, over a piece of scrap iron in May 18th, 1929, Eastern Kentucky.
Thank you very much indeed. Okay.
Do they count, though? Because he definitely wouldn't have remembered all that by heart, so that's definitely read off the internet.
I think they should be facts that you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. We need to hone the rules on this, and we can do this. I think Fandango could be onto something here.
Oh, yeah,
Let's not tell her, though. Let's tell her it was a failure, because otherwise she'll be after a bit of the old Mushwani Pastani, and she ain't getting nothing for that. 3, you're on the wireless.
Hello, Ian.
Hello.
What's your favourite type of hat?
Well, it's a good question. I don't really know the names of hats.
Describe it.
I
know a few.
It's the one that sort of old gay men wear when they're walking through a village.
A fedora, a trilby, a boater.
It's not. I like boaters. I do like boaters because you can put your fist through them. No, they're kind of like creamy white, and they go like that.
A fedora.
Is it a fedora? Let me just Google fedora just to make
I'm
sure.
not sure what that is.
Well, I'm going to Google it. Fedora.
Thank you.
Well, it won't be much use to you, but I'm going to...
If you can describe it to me, I might be able to...
It isn't what I was thinking of, but yeah, I like fedoras a lot. But what was I thinking of then?
Stetson.
Not a Stetson. Hang on a minute. Let's see. Line 1, what hat was I thinking of?
Probably a fedora, I would imagine.
No, it wasn't a fedora. Line 4, what hat was I thinking of?
I don't know. I've just switched the radio off, but I just got a fact for you.
Okay.
The fact is that I haven't had so much fun putting up a bedroom than tonight. I haven't laughed my arse off so much in my life.
Well, are you naked? Are you doing it with a sexy lady or indeed a gentleman? Line 1, what hat was I thinking of?
I don't know.
Okay. Let's go to line 2. Line 2, what hat was I thinking of?
Hey?
Okay. It's line 6, what hat was I thinking of? Okay. I don't know what hat it was. It was, I know that Steve Allen used to wear them. Let me Google Steve Allen hat. No, that's...
What about just Googling Steve Allen?
Well, there is a picture of a strange man in Steve Allen's studio wearing a top hat. That wasn't... But then that won't give me the name of the hat. It's like a sort of creamy white hat. Men wear it in the summertime. It's not a boater. It's... let me look at hats. I'm typing hat gay. Well, because gay men... Oh, do you know what? Look at this. The search hat gay... we use Bing here, okay, instead of Google. The search hat gay may return explicit adult content and has been filtered by your Bing safe search settings. Jeez. Oh, hang on, look, some people are calling in. These are no. Line 1, what hat was I thinking of?
Panama.
Panama! Thank you, brother. A Panama. Yes, line 1.
Panama.
You just heard someone say that. Yes, line 2. Hello, line 2. Hello, line 2.
I've got a fact about the Panama hat.
It's a Panama.
I've got the fact
Go on.
about it. The Panama hat is traditionally made using the tequila straw plant.
Thank you for that. Line 3, yes?
Oh, finally, I've been trying to get hold of the TalkSport all night.
Mate, you've got the wrong station, I'm afraid. This is Absolute. This is not the sports bar. Okay, let's try line 1.
Hello?
Yes?
Hi, Ian.
Yes?
I have no idea what hat was that?
A Panama.
I have no idea. I just don't understand why a sombrero is not your favourite hat.
Well, sombreros are good for dozing under, but they're not really good for, life. Line 3, you're the last call of the night. Make it a good one, please.
A man with 2 legs is more than the average.
Yeah, you muffed it up, but, good effort. Thank you. That's it. That's your lot. We're back tomorrow at 11 o'clock. Thank you, Eloise. Excellent work.
Bye.
Polly is up next. Do stick around. It'd be rude to switch off now, wouldn't it?